What's up, guys, and welcome to another Five Nights at Freddy's Sinister Turmoil breakdown video. And now today's video, we have some good news, we have some terrible news, and we have some, kind of mixed feelings and stuff like that. So I wanted to do a video for you guys and kind of discuss what's happening with the game, where it's going from here, and what's kind of happening currently. But of course, if you guys do want to see more Sinister Turmoil videos and a full series on the game, if/when it ever comes out, be sure to leave a like on the video right now. Everyone be sure to smash that like button, and if we get a ton of likes on this video, then obviously when the full game comes out, we will be sure to cover it. But let's go ahead and get into the good and the bad news. So over on Game Jolt, Angus Games, which is the newest, he's the developer of Sinister Turmoil at the moment, or he was, I should say. Before that, obviously, like we've been covering this game for, I want to say 2 years, maybe even longer than that. So the first developer had it, then he handed it off to Angus Games, and then Angus Games is unfortunately leaving the project behind. Now I'm gonna link in the description the full post. It's a very, very big post. So if you want to go ahead and read it and figure out, what exactly happened and why they're canceling it, you can. Like I said, I'll have it linked. But basically, things just, I guess, didn't work out, and he's saying that it's canceled. He's not going to be working on it anymore. Now his partner, or one of the co-creators of the game, might pick it up again. He may pick it up again, so it's like a very small chance, but if he does, it'll be in the far, far future. So it may come back, it may not, but from the looks of it, the game is unfortunately canceled. So yeah, it's one of those games where it's like, I was really excited for it. We've been, like I said, we've been building up to it for years, literally. With that sounds so crazy to me that we've been doing breakdown videos on this game for years, and it ended up getting canceled. But it's an unfortunate thing, but because it did get canceled, he actually did release a few things. So he said, however, I do have some goodies for everyone, some full body renders of characters you've never seen before fully. Here we have 2 prototypes, which I'm going to show all these later on, but he shows off Prototype Puppet, Prototype BB, 6 Carnival Animatronics, Funhouse Freddy, Entanglement Bonnie, Spinning Chica, First Mate Foxy, Whirlgig BB, and Psychic Puppet, and some concept art. So yeah, while the game did get canceled, and it really does suck, we are going to be able to see, what these animatronics would look like when they're in game. And when you guys see them, yeah, it's gonna suck that the game got canceled. It really is when you see these animatronics, because they look really, really cool. But of course, like I said, if the game does end up coming back, I will cover it, but just be sure to leave a like on the video right now. So if we get a ton of likes, obviously if the game does come back, I'll be on it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the animatronics. Actually, you know what? Let's start with the concept art first. Let's start with some of the simple stuff. And yeah, apparently it's property of Sabin. I'm probably saying that terribly wrong. But yeah, he said do not use this in any other fan games. But I figure, we're breaking down this fan game and why it got closed down, so we'll use it for here. But basically, the first image is this one right here, and it says Chica Spinning Cupcake Diner, concept art by the creator right there. And this just, it seems like such a cool idea. So I'm assuming, I don't know if the whole thing would be spinning or what. I feel like that would kind of make people get a little sick. But, obviously it's a cupcake diner that apparently spins. That just sounds really cool. You can see in the bottom, that's where you kind of walk in. It's called Chica Spinning Cupcake Diner. It's got Chica on the side, the cupcake on the left. And when you walk in, you're walking into a full-sized cupcake. That is so freaking cool. Inside, though, you can see that there'd be like chairs in there. You could sit down, eat your food, relax. It was such a cool idea, though. But anyways, after that, we gotta look at this, which it just says, oh, Spinning Chica's Diner, the interior. So this is what it was going to look like on the inside. That is so cool. You can see there's a door back there. There's a person for size. You can kind of scale how big this place actually is. It looks like it's surrounded by windows, maybe, so you can kind of see outside while you're in there eating, which that would make sense. You got tables, chairs, everything like that, and a beautiful staircase leading up to the top. That would have been so sick to see. Now the next one you guys are going to really like. I saw this one and I was like, okay, come on, bring the game back somehow. Bring the game back from the dead. I don't know how, but bring it back. But this is Foxy's 7 C's concept art. Look at this. This looks so cool. You can see you've got Foxy's head on the edge of the ship, or at the end of the ship. You've got this, it's all beaten up, worn, lots of water damage. It even says it right there. An alternate entrance, so you can either go up through that way or the other, either the door or going from the top. And it's got Foxy's head on the front, and it's all beat up and awesome looking. I love the idea of this. Like, even on the right side, on the top right, it says might need to make it bigger so the player will move more freely, which, yeah, that does make sense. You know, obviously this is concept art, so when they were working on the game, when they were making it, you know, they were kind of taking these things into consideration. But you can also see, like, there's a treasure chest on the top right. There's a cannon, like the two cannonballs. Like, that's awesome. Even when you go downstairs, there's cannonballs everywhere. There's rooms. There's what appears to be Foxy's Pirate Cove, or, you know, his you know, kind of where he would chill on the you know, the actual ship. You can kind of see there's like a star pattern, and behind the blanket, I'm assuming that's where he would be. But man, that's so cool, man. Like, the guy that made this, I'm not gonna say your name again because I'm butchering it. I know I'm terrible, but yeah, you did a really good job. I'm really impressed with this. Like, this is crazy looking. All right, now next up we have the sewer tunnel concept art, once again by the same person. And yeah, this was some kind of sewer throughout the map, and you can kind of see throughout the different changes that, you know, you can have it purple, green, yellow, and blue, and, you know, it's just a sewer. Now, obviously, I'm assuming that you'd probably be hunted by like an animatronic down here or something like that, but yeah, this is pretty cool. I really like that. Like, these are all just really cool to see. Anyways, now let's get into the animatronic side of things, which these were really cool too. Like I said, I kind of named them off. I don't remember exactly what their names were, but we'll just kind of go through them. And oh, it actually says it at the bottom. All right, perfect. So the first one we have is Whirl Gig BB, and as you guys can see, I don't know what he's standing on. I can't really tell. I don't know if it's like a little stage or something, but you can tell he's like really beaten up. He's got like, his arm is missing. Actually, it's there, but it's like a metal rod. That's really creepy. Obviously, he's missing an eye. He's missing teeth. He's really beat up because, you know, this is like an abandoned theme park kind of thing. So he was left here to rot and stuff like that. And yeah, he's awesome looking. Anyways, after that, we got Entanglement Bonnie, which, oh man, that looks so cool. I love the fact that one eye is staring forward and the other eye is like staring downwards. Like, that's just creepy. I love how he has like the claws on his hands and stuff like that. And yeah, it looks like they are all on like a kind of a stage thing. Okay, it's like a platform to display them. But yeah, he's got like the orange hat. I love how the orange contrasts with like the purple and stuff like that, and just how worn and torn he looks, and just crazy looking. Man, and like all this is doing as us going through them is just making me so sad that it got canceled, because like this would have been so cool. But yeah, it's an awesome model. Anyways, after that we have Spinning Chica, which that is so sick looking. I love the fact that she has like these like feathers kind of coming off of her side of her arms, the top of her head, how like one eye is cracked and like out of business, but then the other eye is still working, and even the cupcake is attached to her and it has an eyeball on it. What? It looks like Ennard, kinda. Like, he has like all those like wires going through him and stuff like that. That's what it really reminds me of. Of course, she has the sharp claws, only has one hand that actually works. Looks like the other hand is, you know, ripped off or something like that. And the teeth, just everything about this is so cool. And just once again, you know, she's all dirty and beat up because, you know, forgotten. Anyways, after that, we have First Mate Foxy, which I really like this model because it genuinely feels like Foxy. Like, if like the Foxy we have now is, yeah, he's called a pirate fox or whatever, but he doesn't really have that pirate kind of feeling to him beside the hook. But this one, genuinely, he looks like he's like a member of a crew, like a pirate crew. Like, he would be like cleaning up, you know, he'd be mopping the deck and stuff like that. Like, he just looks cool. Also, I think with his hand, he might be doing that little symbol thing where they put like the circle with their fingers. I don't know if that's on purpose or what, but that's what it looks like. But yeah, once again, he's got like the pirate outfit on, the pirate hat that even goes behind his ears. I'm not sure how that stays on his head, but it does. And yeah, just such a cool model. I love the hook. I love the outfit. And I love the peg leg. That's probably what makes it, the peg leg. And the little outfit. Like, he genuinely feels like, you know, a pirate fox. Or I guess a first mate. That's literally what he is. Now, next up, well, we have 2 more to go on this list, and then we have 2 more after that. But next up, we have Funhouse Freddy. Which, look at this thing. It looks crazy. He has like teeth, but then behind that, I don't know what that is. It almost looks like he has like cotton back there or something. Of course, he's got one eye broken. You know, he's got the top hat going. He's worn and torn. He's got gloves on, which actually add a bit of creepiness to him. I don't know. The gloves are just kind of weird. I don't think, no more Freddy doesn't have gloves on his hand. That looks creepy though. Just like him having his hands almost look human, but then you see him and he's just like a giant animatronic, and it's just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from him. Anyways, next up, and for the final part of this list here, we have Psychic Puppet, and look at this thing. Now, interestingly enough, it has wires attached to it, so this must have been hung up in some part of the carnival. I'm not sure where, but it looks like, you know, this is probably going to be hung up somewhere throughout the carnival, and someone would be controlling him, or he'd be controlling himself, something along those lines. But yeah, he completely took like the puppet kind of face and everything and changed it and like made it skinnier and more creepy. He also added like a little hat, like a what do you call it, like a Christmas hat kind of thing. That's what it reminds me of. And then you can kind of see, I love the fact that, you know, the normal puppet, he looks like he's like made of fabric, but you can't really see any stitching. On this one, you can tell he has been stitched together. You can see the stitching lines throughout him, even some of the pins and stuff like that on him. Now, I don't know how he could really hurt you, because he looks so soft, and he's already kind of fallen apart, and you can see like he's stitched together. So I mean, if this thing was chasing after you, I can imagine you could just kind of like rip off his arm and he would probably just stop. But still a cool looking model. So yeah, that was okay. So the full list that we've been through so far is World Gig BB, we have Entanglement Bonnie, Spinning Chica, First Mate Foxy, Funhouse Freddy, and the Psychic Puppet. Now there's two more, and these are prototype renders. So okay, so these are, I guess, a new kind of animatronic, because okay, so the prototype animatronics we have are BB and Puppet, the Puppet, but we already have BB and the Puppet. So these are like a prototype version of them that would also be there with these other versions, I'm assuming. So look at this one though. The first one we have here is prototype BB, and this thing looks so awesome. I know I've said that so many times out of this video, but this really does look really cool. Like, BB's got these super long arms, which they add like such a creepy factor to them. Now, obviously, you know, if this was real and he had these super long arms, he'd be super easy to just snap his arm and he wouldn't really be a threat anymore. But still, in the fact that this is a game, it's really cool. I love the fact that his arms are just super stretched out, and he's holding a balloon like he's Pennywise or something. But, you know, obviously his name is Balloon Boy. But still, it looks like the mouth is obviously opened up wide. He's got these huge buck teeth on the bottom. He's got balloons just that he carries around on his back. And that'd be really cool if while he's hunting you, you could like occasionally hear like a balloon pop. Or like you'll see a balloon just kind of drift by in front of you, and you know that means that he's up ahead or something. Oh, they could have done so many cool things with this idea. I really like that design though. I like how his legs are stretched out too. Like, his body is so tiny, his middle little body, and then his legs are huge, his arms are huge, and they're even longer than his legs, and then his head is gigantic, and it just it makes him so creepy. Anyways, for the final animatronic, we have prototype Puppet. Like I said, here he is, and this thing looks pretty cool too. You can see he's got like a skeletal rib cage. He looks a lot more like scary and a lot less like, it doesn't look like you can tear him in half like the other one. You know, you can tell the stitching on him is a lot harder, and it looks a lot scarier. Oh, dude, I love the hands though. The fingers, they have like that Jack Skellington vibe to them, where they're just super long and bony. That is so awesome. He's got the buttons in the middle. He's of course got like the little what do you call those, like the things that you stab for, you know, sewing and stuff like that. He's got them all throughout him, the pins and needles and stuff like that. Of course, his head is split open at the top with the green eyes, and just, man, these are really cool looking animatronics. All right, well guys, that is everything here. Like I said, be sure to go in the description and check out, you know, read the entire thing as to why it was canceled. It's a very long thing, so usually, you guys know, I'd read it for you guys. I'd show you guys the full thing and kind of break it down for you guys, but it's a really long, kind of well thought out kind of you know, letter. So just be sure to read that. Basically though, it got canceled. It might get picked up again, it might not. There's really no telling what's happening with it, and it really is unfortunate, because like I said, we've been covering this game for a long time. I almost want to go ahead and look, but all right, you know what, I'm gonna look real quick. Okay, so let's see, Sinister Turmoil Fusion. Let's see when did we make our first video on this game. All right, so let's see here. The first time I made a video on this game, we have 7 months ago, and we have 2 years ago. It has been 2 years since we started covering this game. That is crazy. September 3rd, 2016. So yeah, it's been a while. Like I said, we've been on this game since it was announced, and it's sad to see it go like this, but like I said, we can still hold hope. Like I said, it might get picked up again. Maybe, you know, they can give it off to Nixon or one of the other game creators or something like that. Maybe somebody else can pick it up and finish it. I don't know. Or maybe, like, I don't know. There's no telling what's happening with it. But like I said, if it does end up coming back and you guys want a full series and you want me to start covering it again, just be sure to leave a like on the video and I'll definitely hop back on. But anyways, guys, I'm in this video here. Like I said, if you enjoyed the video, you want to see a full series on this game, if it does end up coming back to life, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below saying what you think of the game, and of course, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated with videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.